woke up late today, but I had like all these plans for my day. You know, I had my whole day like planned out of like what I was gonna do and stuff. But I found out a bunch of people are coming over. For someone like me, it's like whenever all my plans change, like it kind of like freaks me out a little bit. You know, like I planned out the day, and now now somebody throws something in there and messes it all up. Not anyone's fault. It just like freaks me out. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? So yeah, a bunch of people are coming over, and that was sudden, and I had, that kind of throws off all my plans. I wasn't really ready for that. But yeah, I don't know. Probably gonna try to suck it up and hang out with them. Really tempted to just hide in my room and just kind of go about whatever I wanted to do. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh man, my room's a mess. I gotta clean. That was one of the things I was gonna do today. I had to clean my room. But yeah, so don't know what the day looks like. We'll find out. It's like kind of irritating because I knew what I was gonna do, and this happens all the time. People are very spontaneous, and I am not. But it's something I'm learning how to deal with, how to cope with, and quite frankly, I've just been around people. Like, for me, I've been around people a lot. I'm severely introverted, and so this is really stretching me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. What's up, guys? We're playing Quiplash. It's Marley, JJ, Micaiah. You've met Isaac. Hello. And Nate.
I know biology. I don't think of the name.
Well, we had freezing rain all night, so classes are canceled. Yeah, it is terribly cold. And I almost slipped. I did slip.
Walking?
So we're sliding in the street. He's gonna die. It looks fine, but you just step on it and you almost die. Watch us fall. I'll totally post it. So what do grown men do when there's no school? We go to the Lego store. And at last, we make it to our destination. Hot Topic. Let's go!
I have one of those shirts. Top left.
This is so cool.
It's blue.
I'm so happy. It's a beautiful place to be. Oh, heck yeah, My Chemical Romance. Target. And this scared the crap out of me. Golly. Oh, you rebel. You're not supposed to do that. Oh my gosh. Crap. Well, we got busted. But, well, they were pretty cool about it.
We got what we came for. Yeah. They'll never see it coming.
So one of the things that I'm seeing in myself is that although I am very introverted, I have been noticing that I really, really love people. I am a surprisingly social introvert, and a lot of people think that that's like those two things are mutually exclusive. You can't be social and love people and be introverted. People think introverts are people who don't love being around people, and people just drain them and stuff. And it's kind of true that they do. People do drain introverts. I get really drained by just being around people all the time because I need me time, But I do love people. Love hanging out with friends and just doing stuff, and in a way I do get life from it, but at the same time it takes a lot of energy to do that, and to I'm just so internal, I guess, that I'm just like constantly trying to manage myself in the midst of hanging out with people, and that's where a lot of my energy goes, is like, what do I say, what do I do, am I making a fool of myself, just constantly paying attention to all these dynamics in my head, and just engaging with other people and just trying to like be meaningful and intentional with that. And then it drains me. So being with people all the time drains me. And so like it's also a similar thing with like being an extrovert, is like they need alone time too to recharge, to process things and think it out. And a lot of people get caught up in the, are you either an introvert or an extrovert? So people put me in the box of like, oh, you're an introvert, you must not like hang out with people very much, or you just like quiet one-on-ones or whatever. But like I really love people. And like I think it's a scale, more like where it's not an either or, it's where are you, like how introverted or extroverted you are. And it's kind of like, there can be shy extroverts and there can be very outgoing introverts. It's just where do you draw your energy from. So that's what I think. So I think I'm a pretty social, outgoing introvert, which is strange. One of the things that I'm finding I'm learning how to do is deal with spontaneity. So I'll have like these plans for the day, and then changing them, I kind of like feel like I lose grip on things and like freak out a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, what am I gonna get all this done? Or how do I still make everything work? And I love people, I want to go hang out with my friends, but I want to hang out with myself, stuff. And so like there's this really weird balance that I'm trying to figure out, like how do you say no to a genuine thing, like a legitimate good time, to take time for yourself. That's really hard for me. But at the same time, I want to hang out with people, I need to make time for that. So it's like this weird balance of like, when do I have my own time to do my own thing? I love just being alone and just doing whatever I want without people around, like even just taking time to sit in my room and like play video games all by myself is really refreshing for me. I need time for that. I need time to just like disappear and not tell anyone where I am, or like kind of drop off the face of the map for a day and it'd be fine. But at the same time, I need time to hang out with people, and so it's this weird balance. So when people do like plan spontaneously, just like a hangout or whatever, they're like, hey, we're going to do this, I'm really torn between the, like I really want to hang out, but I had these plans to do my own thing. So it's like really hard for me to say no sometimes, because I don't want to miss out, like everyone has that feeling of like, oh, there's something cool going on, I don't want to miss out on, like a good time with people I love. It's really hard to just like draw back and be like, okay, I need some time to myself, and be okay with like actually missing out on something good. Often feels like I'm walking on a tightrope, and I bounce back and forth between the two extremes of either isolating myself completely or stretching myself too thin with people and responsibilities. I'm just like constantly in this back and forth between those two states. Also, check out this shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. It says always be you. Always be you. It's magical. You is magical. Thank you. And I got a curtain. Not really. This is just a torn up bed sheet that my housemate gave me. I like taped up there. It's pretty sketchy, but it works. My room is like bright as day at night, and I have been losing a lot of sleep to that. Also, it makes it a pain to video. So someday I'll get darker curtains, actual curtains. But for now, that works. Yeah. So I got a bunch of people coming over to hang out because classes are canceled. And probably gonna try to clean my room before that because I've been living in a mess the last few days. Yeah. Found the skeleton hoodie. I forgot I had. Love it so much. I don't wear it very much because, I don't know, I'm just like afraid of what people think for whatever reason. I should wear it more. So, introvert and extrovert are just two titles that I find that people use to define others. What I'm finding is that you can't let how other people judge you, you can't let the judgments of others define who you are. So don't let yourself be put into a box based on how other people judge you or perceive you. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, don't let that limit you. Don't let people who try to define you, don't let that control you. Don't let that limit who you are. But you have to allow yourself to break out of the box and just to be yourself, because there's actually no box that really fits who you are. And I'm really finding that for myself. I've let these titles just be placed on me, and I just kind of go with it. You know, like, oh, I'm an introvert. You know, all this stuff. You know, and just how other people perceive me, I let that kind of dictate who I am. But you know, that's another reason why that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this vlog, is because, you know, like, that's not who I am. You know, it might be like I have some introvert tendencies, I also have some extrovert tendencies, but I am actually not limited to whatever box people put me in. You know, there's more to me than people like can fit in any given box. You know, we're all unique. There's no box for any of us. So don't let yourself be put in a box. Anyhow, guys, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. If not, that's fine.